Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do some questions, revision. First one is this limit, and then second one is this ellipse question.
Okay.
This is from the definite integral as the limit of a sum topic.
Mhm.
Basically, you have to set it up so that you can write it as a summation, right?
Mhm.
So, what is the first step you have done? Anyone? What is the first step here?
Mm.
Rishi, what are you doing?
Not like
Hmm?
I'm not been able to do-
Like, if you say that the limit is L, obviously, like, if you want to convert it into limit of a sum, you'll have to take what? How will you convert this to a sum? you will have to take a log, right?
Yeah, yeah, right.
So that is one thing that you will have to do, take a log. Then only this product can become a sum. Also,
Right.
there is a problem that there is n square on top and nth root on the bottom. So it would be nice if you have overall nth root. Everything is under nth root, right? So
Yeah.
if there is everything is under nth root and this 1 by n is gone from here, then here power should be what?
Power should be 1,
It should be 2n.
2n.
2, and yeah.
Then only you will take it out when it and becomes n square.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is n power 2n, everything is under nth root and this product. Now, how is that useful? That is useful because n power 2n is basically n square, n square, n square, n times, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And how many factors are there? N factors are there.
N factors. Yeah.
So you can divide, bring these n square down every time here. 1n square, 1n square, 1n square, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And top will become
Correct.
1. So you will have nth root of 1 by, and each of these will become 1 plus 1 square by n square, 1 plus 2 square by n square, and so on, so until 1 plus n square by n square. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have limit n tends to infinity now of this thing.
Right.
Now it is in a doable situation. Now, obviously, like you cannot calculate this limit directly. You have to do equal to L log, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If you say
Yeah.
log L now, log L will be limit n tends to infinity log of this thing. So power 1 by n will come down and it will be log of the bracket, this thing, right?
Yeah.
And log
Correct.
of that bracket will be log 1 minus log of the
One minus
product,
log product.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So log 1 is 0, so this can be removed. It is just negative of this thing, which is a sum now because log of a product is log of sum of those logs, right? So you have log, so you have limit n tends to infinity 1 by n negative, and then summation of log 1 plus I square by n square, where I goes from 1 to n, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
This is equal to your log of L, right?
Yeah, correct.
How do you evaluate now this thing? Now this is in the form where you call definite integral as the limit of a sum form. When you can convert a summation to a definite integral, right?
Yeah.
In that, what are the
Correct.
rules? What becomes what? 1 by n should become
And
1 by n stands for dx. I by n stands for x. Summation becomes an integral, and limits of the integral are limiting values of I by n.
Okay.
Seems like all of you have forgotten all this. Have you forgotten or what has happened?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I have
don't.
to revise it again.
Please revise it quickly. All this has been done, no? Like you remember that you have done this before, this type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to have whenever summation 1 by n f of r by n was there and r was going from something to something, this becomes integral f of x dx, and r by n's limiting values are the limits of the integral, right? R by n is my x, 1 by n is my dx, and r by n, whatever is the limiting values, as n tends to infinity, this has to be limit n tends to infinity also, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand how this comes? This comes because you are dividing a curve into many small rectangles, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Each area is basically like from A to B. If you want to take limit, you are writing this point as something in terms of A plus R minus 1 into B minus A by N and stuff like that. And then you are calculating area of each small rectangle and adding up, and there are infinite such rectangles. Do you remember
Yeah.
that we have done all this?
Yeah.
So in this case, if you see, I by n is my x. So log 1 plus x square is my function. 1 by n is there. So that is dx. So integral is log 1 plus
Log.
x square dx. And now limit you have to think. So I by n is the x. So I by n has what limiting values? When I is equal to 1, it is 1 by n. But limit n tends to infinity, 1 by n is 0. And when I is equal to n, it is n by n or 1. So 0 to 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Negative of 0 to 1 of this is equal to log L. You will get, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Correct.
right.
So all of the steps so far has been to get it to this integral situation. Once you have this integral, now you have to find the value of this integral. So try to find the value. How will you find this? How are you evaluating this?
So like,
We have to integrate by parts.
By parts is
yeah,
the way to integrate. Take this as the first function into
and
x
then
minus,
1.
right?
Yeah.
And you get x log 1 plus x square minus 2 times x square by 1 plus x square,
Where,
which is 1 minus 1 by 1 plus x square, right?
yeah,
So this becomes x log 1 plus x square minus 2x and plus 2 tan inverse x, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That is your integral, indefinite integral. Now you put the limits 0 to 1. When you put 1, you get log 2 minus 2 plus 2 into pi by 4. So plus pi by 2 When you put 0, it will become 0, 0, 0, right?
Yeah, right.
And negative of this. So your answer would be 2 minus log 2 minus pi by 2 is equal to log L, right?
Right.
L will be e power 2 minus log 2 minus pi by 2. So that can be written as e power 2 minus pi by 2 divided by e power log 2, which is 2.
Log 2. Yeah.
So answer L is half of e power 2 minus pi by 2.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
The key idea here is, first of all, to simplify the basic limit that was asked and make it look like this. You had to take the square root overall and then take log on both sides, and then finally it looks like limit of a sum. Once it looks like
Yeah.
limit of a sum, you have to convert it into a definite integral and do it by parts and evaluate.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
Okay, then this ellipse question. Normal at one end of latest rectum of the ellipse passes through the other end of, from one end of the minor axis. E is the eccentricity, the options are given. Basically, this is the question, right?
Yeah, 1 point you have to take as a comma b square by a.
And normal there passes through 0 comma minus b. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So normal at this point you have to find. So if you have an ellipse, tangent to the ellipse is this. So slope of tangent is minus x1 by a square by y1 by b square. This is slope of tangent, right?
Correct.
So
Yeah,
slope of normal would be a square y1 by b square
Square by
x1.
1 by square x1.
So slope of normal at this point where x1 is this and y1 is this would be a square into b square by b square into ae, right?
Yeah.
So this a square cancels, b square cancels, slope is 1 by e.
1 by e. Hmm.
So y minus y minus b square by a is equal to 1 by e, x minus ae is your normal, right?
Yeah.
And this has to pass through 0 comma minus b.
0 comma minus b.
Minus b square by a is equal to 1 by e into minus ae. So this becomes minus a, and here you have minus minus cancels. So b plus b square by a is equal to a. So you have uh, b by a plus b square by a square is equal to 1, right?
Hmm.
So b by a is equal to 1 minus b square by a square. That is e square, right? E is
yeah, right.
equal to root b,
Yeah.
right? So this equation becomes e square plus e power 4 is equal to 1,
1. Okay.
right? From here we are,
Yeah.
e by a is e square, right?
Yeah, right.
So this is e square and this is e power 4 is equal to 1. So D option.
Right.
Yeah, right.
This is straightforward, only this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then this one. AB is tangent to the circle, tangent to the circle, whose equation circle x square plus y square is equal to 9. Coordinates of A are -10, 0 and B are A, B. Okay. B
Hmm.
is in third quadrant. Slope of AB is what? That is the question. What are you doing?
So like we'll use the y is equal to mx plus a root 1 plus m square. Okay.
Hmm.
That like a we know is 3 and m we can like put in terms of a and b and
This is suppose tangent to this circle. It has to pass through this, right?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
So you can say 0 is equal to -10m plus 3 root over 1 plus m square, right?
Yeah.
So you'll get 100m square is equal to 9 plus 9m square. you'll get 91 m square is equal to 9. So m will be equal to plus minus 3 by root 91, right?
Yeah, right.
So slope of AB will be that only, right? 3 by root 91, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else to do. Like AB is a line that is tangent, so slope of the line is being asked.
It should be the negative one, right?
You have to think about that. So AB, A is minus 10 comma 0, and B is somewhere here, third quadrant.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so negative slope.
So it should be negative slope. Minus 3 by root 91, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so that
Yeah.
one is easy only. Then let's do this one. Okay. Uh, through a random point PQ, through a random point P comma Q, secants are drawn to the circle x square plus y square is equal to r square if the locus of midpoints of secants to the circle is x square plus 2hxy plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0, then a h is equal to pq, b g is equal to p, c f is equal to q, and d c is equal to 0. Okay,
Mhm.
so think about the question. From a fixed point pq, you are drawing secant lines, so they will cut the circle at 2 points, and you have to
Right.
find the locus of midpoints of those secants, and that locus is given to be this curve.
Hmm.
Then you have to find some conditions. So if you draw a circle like this is my circle, x square plus y square is equal to r square, and some point is here p comma q. You will draw a secant line that cuts the circle at 2 points, right?
Yeah.
Let's say A and B. We have to find locus of midpoint of this, right? Let's say
Hmm.
this point is S. This point is my H comma K, midpoint, right?
yeah.
Okay. Locus of S we have to find. What can you say here about this line? Like, if this S is the midpoint, this AB is a chord, right?
Yeah.
And S is the midpoint of that chord. So if you join O to S, that has to be perpendicular, right?
Yeah, right.
Line from the center to the midpoint of a chord is perpendicular to the chord, right?
Perpendicular. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can say slope of OS multiplied by slope of TS should be -1, right?
Yeah, -1.
Yeah.
So OS slope will be K by H, and PS slope will be K minus Q by H minus P, right?
Right.
So this
Yeah.
relation we have for sure. So you will get K square minus KQ is equal to minus of H square plus HP, right? So you will get H square plus K square minus KQ minus HP is equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
So basically that means that it is becoming sort of like a circle equation now, right? This locus, this is locus of HK, so you can convert this and write it as x square plus y square minus qy minus px is 0, right?
Yeah.
So what can you say here? H must be 0, there is no xy term here, right?
Yeah. 0. C is
Uh,
also.
C is also 0, and G and all is minus k by 2 and stuff. No, minus p by 2 and stuff, right? Your
Yeah.
option will be D, right?
Correct.
So you don't have to do too much here. You just have to notice, to find locus of middle point, it is sufficient to notice that this is perpendicular
Yeah.
and write the slope condition, and directly you're getting this, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, then do this one. There is a continuous function fx. Fx is continuous and satisfies the relation and satisfies integral of x to x plus 1 f of t dt is equal to e power x for all x greater than equal to 0. Find the value of f of 2 minus f of 0. This is not so difficult. You have to recall what we learned, where we learned how to differentiate under integral sign, right? Can you differentiate both sides here?
Yeah.
What will come then if you differentiate? How do we differentiate an integral sign? Why is nobody saying anything? This is obvious. We have discussed it in detail. You guys are forgetting many things. What is the value of this? A kill?
I don't remember it.
Why is this happening? You have not revised calculus for many months. This was done, no? Like in November and all you had done this. October, November. Huh?
Yeah,
Last 2 months you have not revised any calculus.
no, like,
This is h of f of x, f dash x minus h of g of x, g dash x. You have to put the limit in the function and differentiate the limit, minus put the lower limit in the function and differentiate the limit.
yeah, right.
Rishi, are you remembering now?
Yeah, like
Why does this happen? We had done the proof also. We can say that if integral h of t dt is some capital H of t, the antiderivative,
right.
the indefinite integral, then finally when you put the limits, it should have become h of capital H of f of x minus capital H of g of x, right?
Yeah, right.
Then you have to differentiate this thing, then you are doing chain rule, so you're doing h dash f of x into f dash x minus h dash g of x into g dash x, right?
Correct. Yeah.
If h of t is integral of this, h dash t is equal to h of t, right? Small h t.
Yeah, right, right.
So
Small.
capital H dash f of x is just small h of f of x, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Multiplied by f dash x minus small h of g of x multiplied by g dash x. So basically you have to take whatever function, put the upper limit in it, differentiate the upper limit, minus take the function, put the lower limit, differentiate the lower limit. This is so important, like it comes every year too. You cannot forget it. And you need to start revising quickly. Like it seems like many things in calculus you have forgotten. So go back to the previous classes, notes and all. Go see, revise your calculus. These are standard things that you have forgotten. So here when I differentiate, what will happen? F of x plus 1 and differentiation of x plus 1, that is 1 minus
One.
f of x and 1, right?
Yeah, right.
Is equal to e power x is coming. Correct.
Yeah.
Now it is obvious, if you for all x greater than 0 it is true, then if you put 0, what will happen? F of 1 minus f of 0 is equal to e power 0, right?
Yeah.
If you put 1, what will happen? F of 2 minus f of 1 is equal to e. If you add these two, you will get f of 2 minus f of 0 is equal to e
One
plus
plus.
1, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Why did I think of differentiation here? Because anytime you have an integral where there are some variables here and here, then the best thing to do will be to differentiate.
Okay.
Right.
Like, what else will you do? You will not integrate it and put variables and all, no. And anyway, you can't integrate because it's an unknown function. So all you can do is differentiate, no.
Yeah, right.
If there were some constants, then I would not have tried that because that would make it 0, right? If there are some
Yeah.
constants here, then that means that the left side is an actual value of an area, right?
Yeah.
Not a function. But if it is a variable stuff and all, then obviously I'll differentiate,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then look at this one. But this is easy. You should be able to do this. Line 2px plus y into root over 1 minus p square is equal to 1 always touches x square by a square plus y square by b square is equal to 1 for all p belonging to minus 1 to 1 minus 0. What is the eccentricity of this ellipse? Basically, this line is always tangent to this ellipse such that
Hmm.
if p is belonging to minus 1 to 1 and if p is not 0 in that case, what is the eccentricity of the ellipse?
Like we can write tangent equation as x cos theta by a plus y sin theta by b is equal to 1.
Mhm.
And
That
compare with the
equation, no, that equation that you are writing, uh, that equation is tangent at a point, right?
yeah.
Tangent at a fixed point, that is.
Yeah. Right.
The way this is being asked is like line always touches, right?
Correct.
So line is y is equal to minus 2px by root over 1 minus p square plus 1 by root over 1 minus p square. So it's like a line y is equal to mx plus c, which always tangent to this.
Right.
So you should use that other form. No, don't use this form. You can do it, but it will be annoying. Don't use this form. You should say when is y is equal to mx plus c always tangent to this ellipse. When c square should be equal to
E square a square m square. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
This was the condition. No, when if you solve this line with this ellipse, your discriminant should be 0.
0. Yeah.
So m is known, c is known. You just have to put the condition. So c square would be 1 by 1 minus p square is equal to a square. M square would be 4p square by 1 minus p square plus plus b square. B square is b square, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So this condition must be true. So you will say that 4a square p square by 1 minus p square. Okay. So multiply by 1 minus p square. It becomes 4a square p square plus b square into 1 minus p square, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are getting 4a square minus b square into p square plus b square
Where is equal to minus.
minus 1 is equal to 0, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So this is 0. P belongs to minus 1 to 1, not it becoming 0. So
So like b square should be 1 and
uh,
4 should be b square.
b square should be 1 and 4a square should be. Why? So I'm not understanding why.
Then only we can get 0, right? Like both of them are.
No, but this is not a sum of squares, no?
Oh,
1 second. Line always touches the ellipse. Uh, hmm. I mean, if you put that, then obviously it will come, but I don't understand why this has to be true though. B square minus 1. Hmm. Eccentricity is being asked. Eccentricity is equal to 1 minus b square by a square, e square.
yeah.
Okay. You are getting from here, you are getting b square should be 1 minus b square by 4a square minus b square, right? Correct.
Correct.
And we
Yeah.
have b square is supposed to be less than 1. So 1 minus b square by 4a square minus b square is less than 1. So 1 minus b square is less than 4a square minus b square. Okay, so you are getting a square is greater than 1 by 4, right? Something like this.
Mm-hmm.
A square is greater than 1 by 4. That means 4a square is greater than 1. And I'm not so sure about how you can say directly that this has to be 0 and this has to be 0. That is the whole problem for me. Because it is not perfect squares and all. No?
And even if we put that 4a square minus b square is 0, then e square we get negative. So that's not possible.
No, you will get, I think, 4a square minus b square is 0, you'll get, then you'll get b square
You'll get
by,
square is equal
oh,
to
no,
1.
it could be an ellipse where it's 1 minus a square by b square. No, it could be a different type of ellipse, right?
Okay, yeah, right.
It could be a flattened ellipse, which is, or like this ellipse, right?
Yeah,
So
the
that
other
is
way also.
possible. The other way around is possible. Answer is saying that a square is 1 by 4 and b square is 1 and eccentricity
Yeah.
is 3 by 4. That is the answer. But I'm not sure how you can get that directly. Uh, like, how is he so sure? Line touches the ellipse always. Okay, fine. Let's just move on right now. Think about this though. I'm not sure if this is correct always. Okay. Then this question, slightly tricky question. It says, let the equation x cube plus y cube plus 3xy is equal to 1 represent the coordinates of one vertex A and the equation of the side and the equation of the side BC of triangle ABC if B is the orthocenter of triangle ABC, then equation of side AB is y is equal to mx plus c. The absolute value of 4 minus m minus c is being asked. So slightly weird question, but we'll think about it. The weirdness is that the equation is apparently representing a point also and a line also, right? So generally you have seen that in Cartesian geometry, like you can have cubic equations representing 3 lines and stuff, right?
Yeah.
The equations are a product of like multiple factors. Each factor represents some line or something.
Yeah, right.
So in a similar way, it could be possible that it is representing a point A and a line BC. It could be possible. For the moment, don't worry about that. Think about the triangle and all. So there is a triangle ABC and B is the orthocenter, right?
D is not the center. Yeah.
So it's a right angle triangle at B then, right? In a right
Correct.
angle triangle, orthocenter is at the right angle.
Yeah, right.
A, B, C. It has to be like this, right? If B is orthocenter. Right?
Yeah,
And they have told that this equation is y is equal to mx plus c. And equation of side BC is hidden in this, right? And vertex A is also hidden in this, right?
correct. Yeah,
Correct.
You have to find somehow absolute value of this, mod of this. Fine. So now you have to, we know this much. We know that it's a right angle triangle. This AB side is y is equal to mx plus c. And BC side equation is somewhere here, right?
yeah,
So now think of this equation. X cube plus y cube plus 3xy is equal to 1. Right? So if you bring 1 to this side, you'll get x cube plus y cube minus 1 plus 3xy, right? Is equal to 0.
0. Yeah.
yeah,
And notice that this can be written as 1 cube, right? So
Correct.
plus of minus 1 whole cube, right?
yeah, right.
You'll get a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc is equal to 0. Because a is x, b is y, c is minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Minus 3 into minus 1 into xy becomes plus 3xy, right?
Not 3x. Yeah.
So the factorization of this is what?
Say A plus B plus C
A
to
plus
A
b
square.
plus c into you can write it as a minus b whole square plus b minus c whole square plus c minus a whole square by 2, right?
Yeah.
The inside part is supposed to be a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca, right?
Yeah. So,
Does everyone know this factorization?
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you see this now, it looks like if you put a, b, c and all as x, y and minus 1, you'll get half x plus y minus 1. And inside you'll get x minus y whole square plus y minus minus 1. So y plus 1 whole square plus x plus 1 whole square is equal to 0, right? So now if you see, if it represents a line and a point, then line is clearly this, right? This factor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
could be 0 if this is 0 or this is 0. If this is 0, x plus y is equal to 1 is your line, right?
Is the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if this is 0, all three squares must be 0, right?
Correct.
So you should have x is equal to y is equal to minus 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is actually not a line, it's a point, right? Minus 1 comma
Oh.
minus 1.
Okay. Yeah. It's a point.
But this expression cannot be a line. This expression implies that x is equal to y is equal to minus 1. So it's a point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
So the point A is coming as minus 1 comma minus 1. And the line this is coming as x plus y is equal to 1, right?
Yeah. That's a line. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So slope of this line is minus 1. So slope of AB must be plus 1.
Yes.
Plus 1. Yeah. Right.
So M value must be plus 1, right?
Yeah.
And if M is plus 1 and minus 1 lies on it, you can say minus 1 is equal to minus 1 plus C, right?
Yeah. Minus one is
So
minus one.
C should be 0, right? Correct.
Yeah. Right.
So Y is equal to X is this line, right?
Yeah.
So 4
Is equal
minus
to
M
X.
minus C will be 4 minus 1 minus 0, 3.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you understanding what is happening?
Yeah.
So this cubic equation, if you look at it and bring it to this side, it is a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc. And that splits into one line equation and one point, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And you have to realize that the triangle was such that orthocenter was a vertex, so it's a right angle triangle. Therefore, if you find equation of this, you know the slope of this also.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if equation of this x plus y is equal to 1 came from the algebraic expression, we now know the slope of this must be plus 1. And we already know the point A is minus 1, so we know C. Correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. What else? Do you have any doubts or any problems that you have to discuss?
No, not right now.
So, do you have a test schedule or something for Alan that has been released? Some schedule?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is. Yeah.
So, according to that schedule, like plan your revision, right? But make sure that you start revising quickly your calculus part. It seems you have forgotten many things.
Okay.
Calculus part and all the other chapters that are weaker, like plan your revision in such a way that the full tests are what you need to target. Full tests, JEE mains, whenever that happens.
Right.
Right.
We'll continue to do problems from multiple chapters, miscellaneous revision like this. If you have doubts, bring them in the classes, but we will continue to do miscellaneous revision, like not specific chapters, but everything. Okay.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
do that for like 10-15 days, and after that we'll start physics. Like once maths is in a reasonable situation, then we'll start physics. Okay.
Okay.
So work on it, work on the whole syllabus. Like look at your Allen, whatever they have given. Maybe they have given some revision booklets for the entire thing, or work on the whole syllabus now. Maybe look at JEE mains papers last 5 years or whatever, or NTA website. Don't restrict yourself to like specific chapters just because it is coming in the test like that, because ultimately it's like the more you prepare for a full syllabus exam, the better it will be. So prepare yourself mentally like that you are writing full syllabus tests now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
You need 200 plus. If you get 200 plus in your mains, then you don't need to worry about it. The best thing to do would be first time that you write mains will have multiple attempts, right? If first time that you write mains, you get 200, then after that, you don't need to worry about it. You can focus on advanced fully. If the first time doesn't go very well, then it will be another time that you'll have to prepare for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is very important that right now onwards you prepare solidly for main, so that the first attempt itself you get 99.5 or something good percentile, and you don't have to worry about it, and you can focus on advanced after that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 200 plus is required. Somehow you have to get 200 plus. So whole syllabus revision, like do it very seriously. Right now dates and all have not come, but it will happen in February if this COVID and all comes down a little.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, I'll see you in the next class then.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.